Oh babe, sit down and buckle up because this Gypsy Rose Blanchard tea is piping hot, and it's not just about new mom life, it's about how everything she's doing feels less like motherhood and more like a calculated brand revival. From the moment she found out she was pregnant, Gypsy didn't just react like a regular first-time mom. There was a whole vibe of strategy behind it, like she wasn't just growing a baby, she was growing content. We're talking full-blown digital nesting. Every pregnancy milestone, not just the big ones, every one, was caught on camera. Not in a casual, phone-on-the-counter kind of way either. She was filming her reaction to the test, tracking doctor appointments, capturing ultrasounds, cravings, emotional moments, all of it. And it wasn't just for her baby to see one day. Let's be real, nobody documents things that obsessively without a bigger plan. And now, that plan is unfolding right in front of our eyes. She didn't just drop a video saying, "Hey, I had a baby." No, babe. She launched an entire family vlog channel, clean graphics, edited videos, scheduled uploads, the works. And suddenly all that behind-the-scenes footage she'd been stacking is being rolled out like a content pipeline. Nothing random, nothing unplanned. She sat on that footage until the time was right and now she's cashing in. It's the definition of a soft launch gone full throttle. But here's the real kicker, she promised she'd never do this. This isn't one of those things people assumed. Gypsy went out of her way to assure her fans and followers that her daughter, Aurora, would never be part of her public life. She said it in lives, in comments, in posts. She was adamant. She said she knew what it was like to have your entire childhood turned into a public spectacle. She said she understood the trauma of being exploited and manipulated for views and attention, and she swore she'd protect her daughter from that.
Baby's born, I really feel strongly that I don't want my baby to be in front of a camera. Unless it's for home movies, I will not be putting my child in the media at all.
Why?
This world is so cruel and unsafe that there is a level of responsibility that I have to make sure that my child is protected.
She wasn't vague about it either. She said straight up, no face, no name, no baby content. She wanted Aurora to have a private, normal childhood. And people believed her. They thought she'd finally grown past the need for attention, that she was really focused on healing and keeping her future family out of the mess she had lived through. But now, it's giving plot twist. Because not only is she showing her baby on camera, she's making entire videos around her. The channel is literally built on the new mom life. Sure, sometimes Aurora's face is blurred or not directly shown, but let's not kid ourselves, she's in it. Her little hands, her movements, her baby sounds, her routines, Aurora's presence is constant. The camera might not be up in her face, but she's still the center of the show.
I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it about 1,500 times. Aurora is in danger.
And you know what's even more unsettling? The way Gypsy slid into it. She didn't just suddenly drop Aurora into an old vlog. She created an entirely new platform, fresh, separate from her past content. She knew exactly what she was doing. It wasn't a one-off baby update. This was her rebranding. This was the new Gypsy, not just as a wife, but as a relatable young mom with a soft-spoken, sweet-talking YouTube presence. It's all so curated. So neat. So marketable. Now, obviously there are tons of parent vloggers out there, and yes, they show their kids online all the time. But Gypsy's case hits differently. Because she promised she wouldn't. Because of her history. Because she built up trust with her audience by saying she'd break the cycle of exploitation, the same cycle she spent years condemning. But instead of keeping that promise, she's flipped it into a new form of entertainment, just packaged softer, with pastel aesthetics and gentle music. People are catching on, too. Comments are starting to get spicy. Some fans feel betrayed, others say they saw it coming. But what's clear is that Gypsy's entire, protective mom image is cracking. And the worst part? It's starting to look like all those heartfelt promises weren't meant to be long-term, they were just placeholders. reassurances to make people comfortable until she had a platform ready for the big reveal. So now everyone's asking the same question with a raised brow and a side eye. Did Gypsy Rose ever actually plan on keeping baby Aurora out of the public eye? Or was all that talk about privacy just a soft launch for a future money-making strategy? Because let's be honest, the second people clocked the switch up and started dragging her for going back on her word, she didn't take accountability. Instead, she responded with a picture-perfect Instagram story that read less like a mom's heartfelt explanation and more like a PR team's drafted statement. And girl, it was glossy. There was no raw honesty, no, hey, I changed my mind. It was all clean language and buzzword salad. She said things like, we've chosen to blur Aurora's face out of respect for her privacy, and that they're keeping her presence in videos minimal. On paper? Sounds responsible. But let's not act like the people watching haven't been paying attention. Because here's the kicker, Aurora's in every single vlog, not just floating through the background either. You see her little arms, her legs, her pajamas, her tiny body being rocked to sleep. You hear her cries, her babbles, even her soft breathing picked up on camera mics. Her full babyhood is being recorded and edited into bite-sized clips, and then uploaded for public consumption. The only thing missing is her face. And that's supposed to be privacy? Let's be real.
Rose showed Aurora's face all on her own in that video. I go back, take some screenshots, and she absolutely did. Here she is holding the baby monitor. This is from one of the many videos she posted today. So, Gypsy, I don't know if you know how cell phones work or the internet or anything else, but let me show you how you were the one to release Aurora's face all on your own. Oh, here we go. Here's an even closer up photo of baby Aurora, or I don't know, baby doll Aurora. Looks kind of suspicious, but this is the baby. That's Gypsy holding the monitor, showing the world what Aurora looks like, even though she said that she would protect Aurora and not put her out there on the internet. She also said she wouldn't post for 30 days, and here we are. So here you go, world. This is baby Aurora and her whole face that Gypsy said she wasn't going to show, being shown by Gypsy on her own TikTok. Everyone, say hi, baby Aurora.
Blurring a baby's face is not the same as keeping them off the internet. It's like putting a curtain over the stage, but still selling tickets to the show. If Gypsy really wanted privacy for her daughter like she claimed, and let's not forget, she promised multiple times that her child would never be online, Aurora wouldn't be in these videos at all. Not partially. Not tastefully filmed from the back. Not through a bassinet lens. She just wouldn't be featured, period. But instead, Gypsy's entire vlog revolves around motherhood. And who's the central figure in that? Aurora. Her baby routines, her nap schedules, her bottle time, it's all content now. And Gypsy doesn't just occasionally include a clip here and there. No, she's built a whole new YouTube channel from scratch to share her life as a mom, and she's banking on Aurora to carry that narrative. And the crazy part? She started filming all of this before she even had a platform. Like clockwork. Organized folders. Archived footage. Every appointment, every milestone captured with intention. So let's stop pretending this was spontaneous. She's been prepping this rollout since the moment she peed on that pregnancy stick. That's not memory keeping. That's content farming. And now, when people raise concerns, Gypsy tosses out that same old line that her daughter can't consent, so they're respecting her autonomy by not showing her face. But babe, come on. A baby can't consent to being half shown either. She can't choose what sounds are recorded or what angles get uploaded. She doesn't know millions of strangers are hearing her cry, seeing her stretch in her onesie, watching her every move.
Exposing her, exposing! They didn't hold her, hey, when the baby cry, pick it up. She said the baby cry, I'm laying down, I'm taking a nap. So I just posted another video, and they, meaning Gypsy, Candy, whatever her alters are. She ain't got no alters. She does an excuse to be evil. Anyway, so a new little poster was made. Who got time to make posters about how to take care of a child? This ain't home economics. She pretended she in school. Anyway, from what I can tell, the new updated one does not have do not use the ignore crying method. First of all, I mean, don't get it twisted. We be tired when they be crying. Like, what you crying for, baby? I love you, but what you crying for? Change your diaper. We done fed you. We done burped you. We done played with you. Like, what do you want? I don't just ignore it because I want to make sure my child knows that I'm the security, you know? And secondly, I don't want my baby to get no hernia. You know what I mean?
What we're seeing here isn't careful parenting. It's curated exposure. A calculated image built to look thoughtful while still profiting off of the exact thing she said she'd never do. The blur. It's not protection. It's a mask. A clever excuse to keep the monetizable content flowing while keeping the criticism at bay. Gypsy's not shielding her daughter from the spotlight, she's just dimming the lights enough to keep the illusion going.
Excuse me. Why are we not buckling our child up properly? Gypsy? You know, you can go to your local fire department and they'll show you how to properly, clip in your baby in the baby seat. It's very, very simple. The hospital should have shown you how to clip your child into the car seat. But if you still needed additional help, you can always go to your local fire station and they will teach you how to properly buckle Aurora into her car seat. That is extremely unsafe. That is dangerous. If anybody would have hit his vehicle, I'm not even going to speak that into existence because that's sick and I can't do that with a baby. But I can get on here and tell you you're being a shitty mom. My heart, it is racing. That's scary. I'm scared for your child. And again, what the fuck? What the fuck? Did you not double check to make sure your child was buckled in safely? Where's CPS? At this point, she needs to go take parenting classes. Parenting classes. You really don't need that baby. Not from what I was able to get. And for you to post that on your YouTube, like nobody else can't see that, is mind-blowing.
Because the reality is this, once you put your baby online, even a little bit, that image is out there forever. Anyone can save it, remix it, re-upload it. There's no taking it back. And for what? Views? Subscribers? Sponsored brand deals? Aurora's privacy has a price tag now, and Gypsy is the one cashing in. So no, don't let the soft language and blurred edits fool you. This isn't about boundaries. It's about optics. And Gypsy's playing the game, using her baby's life as a storyline while hiding behind the thinnest veil of protection. All tea, no shade, but let's call it what it is. This wasn't just a new mom excitedly sharing snippets of her life. It was a carefully executed rollout, a quiet build-up months in the making, where every photo, every clip, every caption felt less like a spontaneous share and more like part of a premeditated storyline. Gypsy didn't just wake up one day and decide to start vlogging motherhood on a whim. She'd been quietly filming, saving, and crafting content well before her family channel even existed. These weren't spur-of-the-moment videos. They were stored, polished, and released with purpose, like pieces of a content strategy, not personal memories. Take that bassinet video, for example. At first glance, it might come off like a sweet, unfiltered moment where a proud mom captures her baby trying something new. But it wasn't candid. It was filmed ahead of time, edited, and intentionally withheld until she had the perfect platform to post it. That's not an off-the-cuff mom moment, that's a media asset. Same goes for the night shift video. Most moms at 2 a.m. are just trying to survive, not setting up shots. But she didn't just hit record mid-yawn. She positioned the camera. She made sure the lighting was good. She set the scene. That wasn't exhaustion, that was content creation disguised as vulnerability. Even going back to her pregnancy, the signs were there. She made the announcement publicly at 11 weeks, early by most standards, and immediately started documenting everything in ultra detail. But it wasn't just excitement. It was calculated exposure. The tone of the announcement, the curated images, the emotionally charged captions, all of it signaled that this pregnancy was being treated as a launchpad, not a private journey. And she went all in from that point. Ultrasound appointments were recorded, her teary reactions to the baby's heartbeat were filmed, and Ken's involvement was highlighted on camera. There was even a full maternity shoot featuring ultrasound prints, carefully styled clothing, and deliberately crafted smiles. These weren't just memories for the baby book, they were the foundation for a content arc. At that time, there wasn't even a YouTube channel up, but the footage was already piling up. The narrative was already forming. Each weekly bump update became more curated than the last, with well-lit photos, aesthetic outfit choices, and emotional captions that leaned into the vulnerability she knew would resonate. And the more engagement she saw, the more she gave. The comments poured in, people related, they cheered her on, and that kind of attention doesn't go unnoticed. She started sharing more intimate details. A 4K image of her unborn baby's face? Most parents would keep that for close family. But Gypsy posted it to the world. High resolution, intimate, deeply personal, and completely public. She said she wanted privacy, but she gave the internet one of the most up-close views possible of her child before she was even born. That post exploded online. People shared it, reposted it, talked about it. News outlets even covered it. And through all of that, she watched her follower count rise. She saw the traction, the validation. Pregnancy was no longer just a personal milestone, it became a marketable moment. And when it came time to give birth, she didn't hold back. She vlogged the entire labor. Her contractions, her hospital check-in, her epidural, all filmed, all narrated, all uploaded. And now, those deeply intimate clips live online as part of a brand. The process of bringing a human into the world, reduced to content. Shortly after, she made a statement, a very public one, promising to protect her daughter's identity. No face reveals, no oversharing. She framed it like a boundary, like a new chapter where privacy would be prioritized. But just days later, she posted pictures of herself holding Aurora, her face turned away, but her body fully visible. The hands, the clothes, the surroundings, all still there for the audience to take in. Then came the live streams, the reels, the blurred baby shots. Her face hidden, but everything else still on display.